Okay, we're live. Hi guys, I'm running late. Sorry about that. Um, Hoping we're not going to have some of the noise problems we had last month, although I listened to the video, wasn't in the video afterwards, but I heard there was some strange humming for some of you, and it was in fact the fan here on this particular laptop, I believe, going off. Cooling fan. So let me just start because I'm going to launch into some things quickly before I start throwing tarot scopes. And I want to say, first of all, yes, we will be closed effective Monday, part of the shelter in place and non-essential businesses closing. So we will close as we need to, effective Monday. We'll be open. The shop has been very busy, and I do have still a lot of really, it'll be okay. So we're open. Sherry will be reading here tomorrow. A lot of you, actually, we had appointments booked. Half of them have opted to not come. The other half are there, and people are still booking. So she's here tomorrow. Sherry reading tarot. I'll be here Sunday, 12 to 5, doing my $5 thing. 10-minute readings. Sunday's always busy, and then we'll be closed. I am thinking it'll probably be 2 weeks, as I noted in last week's Saturday night. What did we call it? Talisman After Dark. Excuse me. Hey Lisa, how are you? Hope you enjoyed that. If you didn't get a chance to see it, it's on YouTube. Actually, Karn, Andrea, and myself were talking. The fair was just ending. Karn couldn't stay, and I said to Andrea, "Do you want to do this? We'll just premiere it really quick. Let's just do it." I wound up going to like an hour and a half, but and I mean, I didn't even brush my hair or put on makeup, so it's just. Hi, Amanda. Hey, Faith. Hey, Nicoletta. Whew, everyone's here. Okay, so people are coming in. So let me just get out of the way. So yes, we'll be open this weekend. Yes, Sherry will be here reading. And that's the shop. I have this week gotten out grocery shopping. I usually shop Sunday nights very late. I was out during the day, and while it was difficult because the mind chatter was so crackling, it was like that scene from What Women Want with Mel Gibson when they're running towards him and all the thoughts. So for me, that was just like, whew, okay. But the concern and the kindness, people really were, what I was hearing is there going to be enough food? Should I buy this? Should I buy this? Should I buy this? Over and over again. I'm hearing it from a couple hundred people is overwhelming. Standing in front of produce and standing in front of bags of rice or wherever they were. Oh, should I buy this? Do I need this? Will I need this? But also, and as I said in the video, Cream Rises, watching some genuine acts of kindness and goodness, and watching on my Facebook feed people saying, I have extra. If you need something, if you're locked in, you need someone to go to the store for you, if you need a ride, again, message me. And this is beautiful stuff. So my sister-in-law, Kim, I talk about her all the time, Kim in China. And so she's in Arizona, and she was telling me yesterday that she went grocery shopping after leaving the hospital. She was still wearing her scrubs, and she said, it was like, Laura, she says, people were stopping me, walking up to me, thanking me, asking me, is there anything we need to know? But she goes, just the thank yous and I'm so grateful for you. And it's just really beautiful stuff. And people thanking the checkout people at the grocery store. And I'm same here, thank you for being here. Are you okay? And it's just a lot. And there's a lot going on. And they're preparing for a lot. They're not preparing for a death state. They're just preparing for people coming in, needing to be tested, and beds needing to be freed up, and space that people can be in quarantine with this virus from the rest of the population. That just makes sense. But that's what they're preparing for. And there's a frantic need to clear vast areas of the hospital, so there'll be beds and whatever respirators are there. So That's what's going on in that bigger picture concerning the virus. Yes, we shelter in place. They're trying to slow the roll. It makes sense. Yes, yes, the National Guard is being called out. We are seeing them mobilize. They have to. There will be looting. There could be people rioting. They're going to panic. And honestly, after seeing some of the videos of people fighting over toilet paper and paper towel, I think we need to say, okay, probably need the Marshall Guard. We probably might want to have them around just in case, you know. We don't want that happening on our streets with guns. We don't want that. So let the National Guard be in areas where that might be explosive. And I certainly understand the fear. We need to control the fear so that it doesn't become panic. We need for fear and concern, the concern part of it. Know what's going on, be educated, watch key channels so you know what's happening, but not let that turn into panic. You're still going to be able to get food, and they'll be bringing food. There's going to be food stations set up. So take a minute. And I also posted, if you can't pay your bills, you need to be very specific in your language. When you call utility companies, and this is coming from someone who works in a utility company, this is coming from people in the industry. They can't put the words in your mouth. You have to say, due to the coronavirus, I cannot make my payments. Due to the coronavirus, I cannot get my mortgage statement. Or you have to use that phrasing. Okay? Otherwise, you can't just say, I don't have the money. I don't have the money this month. Be clear about your language. We all need to be clear about our language. Okay, so people are, first let me look at the comments. Rosemary, hello. Yep. Hey, Tony. Carrie, oh gosh. Okay, so, and I do know that more people watching than show up on the comments. I know some people have told me they don't know how to get on the comments. I don't know. I think you have to be a subscriber. Not everyone is a YouTube subscriber, so you can watch the video, but unless you're a subscriber, you can't comment. And to be a subscriber, you have to have a YouTube membership, or you have to be signed into YouTube. Hey, there's Susan. Hi. So I need my glasses to read some of the. Okay, Karen, Allie. Hey, Karen, been thinking about you. Hey, Robin. Okay. So I honestly, all week long, had planned to go in one direction with this tonight. I had planned to get the white candles going, and in light of the pagan movement, to have a healing. Then I realized that was for tomorrow night. That's actually scheduled for tomorrow, Saturday night. Light your white candle, 10 o'clock, prayer for the healing of the earth. And ironically, even before I saw that, I was just saying, no, you know what? Because too many people are messaging me and calling me and texting me asking, what are you seeing? What are you making of this? What are you concerned about? And if you watch Saturday night's video with Andrea, we said, this is just a precursor. This is just something. There's more to come. Not to scare anybody. And I think, hold on. Food stations. No, there's going to be setups where you can come and get food, rations, basics. I'm not going to leave people to starve. There are people who have no money to, they have no money to what? They have no money to stock up. And so they're not going to people starve in their homes. They're going to have stations where you can come and get food and water and not die. That's not what this is about. I do have hematite rings in stock. I know the schools have been having kids come in that give free lunch for breakfast and lunches. I don't know what's going to happen now with that. I know the cafeterias have been feeding kids in public schools. So, and yes, we also send stuff out. We do. I'm not posting that because those of you who know that I do mail out products. I don't have an online store per se that you can, have a shopping cart. We'll do that after. Right now, I know people are spending their money on food and utilities and their families' care. I'm more concerned about that right now than that you get readings or that you get candles or sage. Those are good things to have most of you have been stocking up, but I want to know that you guys have food, and we'll be okay for other stuff. Okay, so okay, I'm reading this. The comments are on fire here. So, wow. Okay, people are sharing information about getting food. That's awesome. So, what's happening next? What am I concerned about? Okay, I'm going to start by saying this. If you personally are feeling overwhelmed with information overload, if you don't want to talk about what's going on globally, and a lot of you don't, I get that. I've heard this from people like, I can't listen anymore. I don't. Okay, maybe you should not be watching this. I'm going to go there. I'm going to talk about what I'm concerned about, big picture. And so if you have really, I don't want to push anybody over the edge. So if you are already overloaded, just watch it later if you want, you know. But here it goes, okay? And please don't comment now, oh, why are you talking about this? I don't want to hear this. Please don't do that. I'm telling you now, opt out. It's like I tell my kids if you know, there's a gory movie coming, I'm like, oh, this is a bad section. Close your eyes. I'm telling you now, come back for the tarot scopes after. I'm going to talk about some stuff right now. Yeah, people are losing their shit. Sage, you can use, well, first of all, understand that to really, okay, this is a good, really quickly, sage. Yes, sage purifies. Yes, sage helps with the energy. Yes, sage is good antibacterial, but to truly disinfect your home, you would have to sage your home to the point that it was a smoke out. You're not going to do that. You're not going to burn enough sage to truly clean your house the way spraying Lysol would do. Lysol your doorknobs, not the doorknobs, guys. Be smart about this. Sage is great for clearing energy and keeping the energy high. We need to do that vibrationally. We need to do that. But when it comes to viruses, what makes this virus particularly virulent and difficult is it lives a long time on hard surfaces. So if you cough, touch something, and someone else touches it, there's the spread. So we need to, if you can't wipe down your hard surfaces with rubbing alcohol like you're in a medical facility, be aware of the fact that's why they say wash your hands, don't touch your face. Just basic stuff. Doorknobs in particular. Okay, you can't just smell without Lysol. Okay. Vinegar also works. There's lists of people have listed some of the ways to disinfect. You don't have to just use Lysol. Vinegar works. Bleach and water works. I'm sorry, watching later. Thank you for doing that. And it's airborne too. Yes, it is. So there it is. That's why they don't want people gathering in large numbers in small areas, because it's in the air. So you don't want someone sitting 2 feet away from you coughing and they're spilling. Okay, so what am I concerned about? So two things. I'm looking at my notes, which are just awful. My writing is horrible. What I think, what I see, is very different than what I want. As I am an intuitive, been doing it since I was like 5, seeing things, knowing things, visions. But I'm also a mother. I'm a mother first. I have 4 kids that I adore more than anything in this world. And they are scattered right now. I've got 1 in California, 1 in Florida, and 2 in Derby with May. I have to not give in to the fear. They're too far away for me to drive and get them. So when I talk, it's not like I'm being gleeful or happy or projecting this. The only reason something negative comes up in a reading or in a vision is because we have the capability or the possibility of changing it. Even the ancient prophecies, and we're going to talk about a few of those now, and that's why I said, stand down, walk away from this right now. Because we can change this. Personally, yes, we're watching a time right now where the earth is doing some self-healing, and we're amazed at how quickly it's doing it. In areas where there's factories have been shut down, we're seeing pollution clearing. We're seeing the waters in Venice that were so polluted, so dirty. All of a sudden, now there's dolphins. It's clearing up fast. Nature's healing itself quickly. That we are not. As I touch my face, I know anyway, this is what's going on, and it's good. So I still can't ignore a nagging feeling that there's more to come. And I will say that I began in 2009. We had prepper classes, we had prepping workshops at the shop in Monroe. We talked about this then. We talked about ocean rise then, back in 2009. And we have continuously talked about it. If you watch my videos, read my newsletter, I have been encouraging people for years now, to just buy a little extra at the grocery store, put away some water, put away some canned goods. If it's on sale, just buy a couple extra cans, put it away, just begin to stockpile. Now here we are, and we need that stockpile. And again, I'm telling you, there'll be food stations. No one's going to starve to death. It's just adds to the fear, and we need to not feed the fear. But in terms of what I see happening and what we need to avoid, what we need to not allow to happen, let me just quickly look at the comments here. Okay, immune system. Yeah, eat oranges. Absolutely. There's things you can do to boost that. Astrologically, we have Pluto, Mars, and Jupiter all in Capricorn right now. So we have basically the god of war, the god of death, and the god that likes to blow shit up, all sitting in Capricorn, that wants things done right. We have Saturn that has newly moved into Aquarius, but is about to retrograde and boomerang back into Capricorn, where it likes being. Saturn likes being in Capricorn. And going in retrograde means it's going to go over old ground, digging things back up again. Almost like a cultivator digs up the soil. That's what it's doing. Isn't that fun? Great, right? So what happens when the god of war, the god of death, and the god that blows things up, along with the overall intention that things have to be made right, that's explosive. My biggest concern right now is the Chinese economy. I am worried about the Chinese economy. They have been in bad shape for a while. This makes it so much worse that a lot of their economy has been shut down. The manufacturing has been shut down. And what do countries do? Our country has done it. I posted a video by Vladimir Putin last week talking with Diane. Oh, no, it wasn't Diane Sawyer. It was a great video, but it was a really good video because he said, you're accusing us of this, yet you have done it to us ongoingly. But it's okay because when we ask, why are you doing this? Why are you involved in our politics? Your government says to us, well, we're spreading democracy, so it's okay, but you can't do it to us. He goes, no, it doesn't work like that. But what governments do, what countries do, when there is recession, depression, what is the one thing that boosts an economy? Some of you know the answer already. What is it? Oh, yes, go to war. War boosts and booms economies. And we need to stand down from this. We need to not make it worse with China. Yep, this came from Wuhan. Yep, it absolutely did. But guess what? Look up Plum Island and look up Lyme disease and West Nile. And understand we manufactured those diseases and set those loose on the world. Bioweapons have been looked at and been tweaked with and worked with. But look up Plum Island. What is Plum Island? In case you didn't know, Plum Island is a high security lab, and it is a site where the U.S. studies the world's most dangerous animal diseases in order to protect the U.S. food supply. They've been talking about West Nile. They've been talking about a Lyme disease coming out of there. Of course, there's denial about that. Look, the fact is, if you're going to play around with biohazardous things and you're going to release shit that doesn't mean to be released. Only one mosquito has to get out of there, So That's not, that's just truth. That's just how that is. So, yep, they're playing around biohazardous weapons. They're talking about these things. They're working with these things. They're doing these things. Engineering weapons of destruction for the weather patterns. Yes, they are. They are. And they've been doing it. This isn't news. Myself and some other intuitives and psychics have been involved in looking at this for a number of years now. Talking about what's next in the big sphere, remote viewing. You're going to hear more and more about that. The military, very interested in that. So I'll tell you that a couple of years ago, Yale was doing a study on psychic development, intuition, and someone gave them my name, and I was getting phone calls, be part of this experiment, this testing, this study. Very prominent doctor was heading it up, and they had you going into a oh God, I'm not medical. I have no medical background whatsoever. So one of those tube things you go into, and they study your brain, scanner thing, and you clicked and you saw a vision, and I'm like, no, thank you. I'm never going to want to do this. And I was getting phone calls, and then finally the doctor himself said, I really want you to do this. And I'm like, I'm saying, and I really am telling you, I'm not going to do this. Please, I don't want my name on that. I don't want to do this. What I didn't say was I don't want my name on that list. I don't want to be one of the people the military can look at when they're looking at doing things like remote viewing. And they do, and they will, and they are. That's, if Hitler was into it, they're all into it. Anything that'll quickly move things along faster. But remote viewing is something that the military does look at, along with psychic abilities. And so, and again, that isn't conspiracy theory. I'm telling you, it's real. And what does it mean when a doctor calls and says, "I want you part of the study"? Someone told me you're good at this, and I'm like, I'm not there. I'm not doing that. You can't make me do that. So that's my personal experience. I'm just looking at my notes here. I'm sorry. I would really, if you want to defuse the situation, please stop calling it the Chinese virus. Please stop lending energy to that. We do not want animosity with China. Old prophecy, ancient prophecy, talked about a time of conflict between the bear, the eagle, and the dragon. Who are they talking about? They're talking about China the dragon, Russia the bear, and the United States the eagle. There are old prophecies regarding the Blessed Mother, and I do believe the Blessed Mother. I do hold that she has visited Lourdes and at Fatima, and I do believe that she had very potent, very important messages for us around how we should behave at this time and in these times of trial. And kindness is the number one thing, but not just kindness to your neighbor. We need to not initiate or incite riot. And I will say this: when it comes to war, it is like a game, war games. And our young people are the coins that we pop into the slot machine. They're the fodder for the war machine. And even as we're withdrawing troops from one country, the forces that run this machine are not going to be satisfied. I want you to think of Halliburton as the house when it comes to gambling. And what do they say about the house? The house never loses. Halliburton never will allow itself to lose until we stop feeding our young people into this system. I am concerned about that, both astrologically and intuitively. My guides have been quiet because we haven't done the right thing. And the biggest concern right now is getting the globe, the world, back on track in a healthy manner. And that's what it's doing. We're all being just reset. Reset. I talked about downloads. This is all good stuff. I'm not saying this about China to incite more fear in Russia, but it's real. And not talking about it doesn't make it less real. That's foolish. Okay, not being willing to look at it realistically and say, don't poke this as a bad situation, so don't make it worse. Let it take care of itself. And one thing we don't want to respond to is respond with violence in an already volatile situation. So my concern is the country of China, and I am concerned with military action. That's what I'm concerned about. Try to remain calm and don't lend more energy to that. Don't put more animosity where it doesn't belong. We've done it too. We've released diseases as well. Okay? That's what I want to say. Now, good comments? Yeah. Okay. Okay, hey Vicky. Yep. CAT scan, that's right. They were MRIs and CAT scans. They were scanning your brain basically to see what lights up as you were getting intuitive flashes or psychic whatever hits they were calling it. That was one of the one times when I really got nervous. I will tell you that had all my antenna up and every nerve tingling. And when I got the call from the doctor ultimately, I was just like, oh no. Oh no. Need the men in black showing up to pick me up for anything. I'm not part of that. So all right. So that's it. No more scary shit like that. But you've asked what I think, you asked what I'm concerned about, and with the astrology backing up my own intuition, my own fears around, fears is the wrong word, my own feelings. That's the hot spot. That's the area. It's funny, people ask about, why do you need cards? I don't need cards, or I just do what I do. It's like, you're right, you don't need cards per se. But cards, it's almost as if with when you use a tool, it's like you're fishing, you're throwing the hook, you're throwing the hook, you're throwing the hook. You'll land a fish maybe eventually. But with the cards or a tool, it's almost like someone is saying, nope, cast your hook that way. Cast it that way. That's where the fish are. So what the cards do is they just kind of, you might have a person sitting across from you and they're concerned about X, Y, and Z. And, the cards are like, oh, but it's L that you need to be concerned about. This is the area. And like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. But that is a concern. So it's what the message, what the prophecy, what needs to be directed and how it needs to be directed. And that's what the cards help with. Okay. So I'm going to throw tarot cards. I'm doing a 6-card spread for the 12 signs. I'm just going to tell you what I see. As I've said, if it doesn't apply to you directly, does it apply to a loved one you're very concerned about? Is there someone that you're worried about? Oops, my battery's not full. Okay. That should be better. Okay. All right. Yes, of course you can join. Hi down there. Of course you can. Actually, even on Facebook, my social media, everything is open and public. Okay, and happy to have you. So, 6-card spread, 12 signs. I'll tell you what I'm seeing. If it doesn't apply to you directly, ask yourself, does it apply to one of my children? Someone I'm concerned about? A lot of times when people have their hands on the cards, I have to ask them, I said, were you thinking of yourself or someone else? And they'll say, I was thinking of someone else. And it was one of their kids or their spouse or their mother, And that's because this doesn't really feel like it's you. It feels like, it's not me, but yep, my mom has been sick, or one of my kids is out of work, or okay. All right. So we're all caught up. Deep breath. You're going to get through this, guys. It's really going to be okay. I'm looking at Aries. Actually, give me a second. I'm going to do something a little different here. 6. Okay, Aries. Oh, we start off with the Page of Cups. Ace of Wands, 2 of Cups reversed. There's partnership, there's genuine affection, but there is some conflict. People want 2 different things. Okay? And it looks like Aries is dealing with 2 things. One is friendship and partnership. I say that because I'm looking at the Ace of Wands, which is a great card. It's upright. So it is often career-based versus personally based, but it's next to the 2 of Cups reversed. So maybe 2 people aren't communicating the way they could be communicating. Maybe 2 people aren't on the same page. That doesn't mean anything bad has to happen. In fact, looking at these cards, it's not. I'm seeing the 8 of Swords reversed, the 5 of Coins reversed, and the Star. So Aries, if you're worried about money and finance, business partnership, I'm seeing genuine affection, okay, which is important. So the element of trust is there. Yep, might be on the same page. At the moment, you'll catch up. 8 of Swords reversed, 5 of Coins reversed, moving past worry and moving past financial devastation. The Star is one of the 2 best cards. I always say that, the Star and the Sun, and there's the Star shining on this. We are in Aries season. Aries, put some of your fears to rest around friendship / business partnership, because your trust is not being abused, and no one's out to get you here. Okay, just because you're not speaking the same language at the moment. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes Aries, and my dad was an Aries, okay? Aries is so concerned with being right only because they want things to be right. They hate bullies. They hate bullies. And honestly, what I've come to recognize too is when people give out false information, that's a form of bullying, because it's bullying through fear. So things like conspiracy theory can really set a lot of Aries on edge, because it's like, that's not fair. That's not true. And you'll hear in Aries, that's not true. I mean, they get so angry. My friend Aries, Yvonne McGarvey, became a lawyer. And she became a lawyer because there were so many bad lawyers. That's an Aries move, by the way. Man, that's a big balls Aries move. And her story was amazing. I'm not going to share it right now, but how she came to do that later in life, become an attorney. Fascinating story. And she does help people. And every time I say something negative about attorneys, I have to think of her and think, oh man, and there's one of the good ones. You know, I just wish there were more good ones that I could point out. I don't have many. That aren't self-serving or money hungry, but I digress. In this instance, Aries, it's all going to work out okay. I'm seeing you moving past any financial concerns, and I'm also seeing, whoever your partner is, whoever your friend are 2 of Cups reversed. You're just on a different page at the moment. All going to be okay. You're just taking 2 different roads, going to the same destination. Just because the person said, I'm going to take this road, I want to look at this, I'm going to do a different scenic drive, I'll meet you there. That's what I'm seeing here, okay? I'll meet you there. It's a short parting of the ways. It's not a parting of affection. It's not a parting of loyalty. And man, Aries knows all about loyalty. I always say, if you want to lose an Aries or a Scorpio, there's only one good way to do it fast, and that's lie to them. You can't come back from betrayal. They just can't. Those 2 signs cannot come back from betrayal. Don't betray an Aries. An Aries puts all their faith in you. They put you up on a pedestal, and you just, they just can't. Once you tumble down off that pedestal, Scorpio assumes you're a lying asshole. Scorpio's like, I knew it. But don't do that to a Scorpio. You want to be the one person who doesn't do that to them, because so many people do that to Scorpio. It's just, and how blessed am I that Kim and China are, in fact, Aries and Scorpio. So me, Pisces, that is always giving another chance. That always, I always say my tombstone's going to read she died giving so-and-so the benefit of the doubt, They're like, no benefit of the doubt. No. Right? So Aries, just stay with it. Don't get off the ride yet. Not done. Okay? All right. Taurus. Looking here. Yeah, Nicoletta, you're not kidding about that. Ooh, all right, Aaron. Hey, Sandy. Yeah, what a week. Okay. All right, Taurus. Queen of Coins. That's what I would see, Taurus. Queen of Coins or the Empress. The Empress card always makes me think of Taurus. And I'm telling you, it's so funny. I'm looking at my cards. The Empress is right below the Queen of Coins, literally. And we have the Chariot moving forward. The Seven of Cups reversed, the Tower reversed, the Hierophant. So here's the difference between the Empress and her sister, the High Priestess. They are sisters. The Empress is involved with the things that are material, making sure you're fed, making sure that you have enough, making sure you're healthy, making sure you're wearing your coat if it's cold out. The Empress wants you safe and healthy. And secure. Did you go to school? What are your grades like? Are you doing your best work? That's the Empress. The High Priestess is involved in the etheric. How do you feel? Are you feeling okay? Are you worried? What are you seeing? What are you getting out of this? Have you sat and meditated? Have you cleared your mind? Okay, so they're still concerned with your well-being, just on two different levels. Neither one is better than the other. Trust me, neither one's better than the other. You can be spiritual as fuck, but if you're starving to death, if you're gonna be homeless next week, hard to hold a spiritual place in your heart when you're concerned that they're shutting off your electricity or your heat. So I have an appreciation for the Empress, frankly, even though High Priestess tends to be my card. And so, anyways, I'm seeing Taurus, the Chariot moving forward. Past doubt, Seven of Cups reversed. What you need to do? Past failure, the Tower reversed. Moving past the crisis. Taurus knows this too shall pass, because Taurus, second sign of the zodiac, concerned with financial well-being, security, how money is made, is saying it's a crisis that's going to pass. Why do I say that? Because I'm seeing the Hierophant. Things will go back to some type of normal. Even if it's a new normal, it's going to be a normal. You just have to stay calm. Calmer heads will prevail here. And Taurus, it looks like you are pulling to your true self, your true roots, which are, we can buckle down and tighten up our belts and make it through this. And I'm going to say most Tauruses are the matriarchs of their home. Most Tauruses. And the thing is, the Tauruses that I get to be with, for the most part, that are looking at the well-being of their family, here's a little something. When women come into the shop, new to the metaphysical, new to magic, and new to witchcraft, they usually come in sometimes because it's something that they've read or something that's missing inside themselves, but very often it's because someone they know is sick and regular methods are not working, or they feel they're under attack from someone they love, someone in the family, someone from work. And so most women come in looking for protection magic or health magic. That's most women, and I'm going to say 90%. That's how they come in. How do I protect my family? How do I protect myself? How do I keep my kid healthy? How do I help my friend who has cancer? That's how they come in. And I always say magic is the place of last resort. So it's often there's this awful diagnosis, or there's a terrible situation at work. Someone is gunning for my husband. Someone is gunning for my job. It's really not fair, and nothing is working. So I'm here. Okay. Now, men, and I love you, but men will come in, and they come in more about, oh, do you have anything on the Solomonic magic? Do you have anything on Thematic magic? Do you have the Keys of Solomon? Like, the books that are like $70 if you're lucky. These tomes, and it's all about summoning demons. It's all about that's about power, sex, and money. Okay, and when men come in, I'm gonna say again, I'm being kind when I say 80%. It is power, sex, and money. And how can I, and how do I access this? And, well, do you know? And it's like, yeah, I'm going to tell you. I have books like that in my private collection, not in my shop. And what makes you think I want to share that with you? Why would I want to share my magic with you? There's a scene in American Horror Story there where Fiona goes to Ray Laveau and in her shop, and Ray Laveau says, you've always tried to take our magic. You've always tried to steal our magic. And I will say that the men have always tried. I felt that way with the doctor. Like, you're not going to take my magic. You're not going to find out how I do what I do by studying my brain. I'm not going to allow it. And so I'm just going to say there that, I had a point to all this too, by the way. I went on a tangent. But Taurus is pulling from her strength, his strength. Taurus, male and female, behave very similarly. It's one of those signs where the men and the women are equally, really, really similar. Provided they don't get greedy, that's the shadow of Taurus, is greed. You really have a really wonderful sign. It's an earth sign, but it's ruled by Venus. So Taurus and Libra, very, very compatible very often. They're both ruled by Venus. They both have an appreciation for the arts. Often Taurus as an investment, where Libra appreciates the beauty, but that's okay. They both want it in their home. They both want really fine art. They both appreciate really good wine, good food, quality furniture. Taurus appreciates the quality because it's going to last longer, so it's an investment, and Libra appreciates the beauty. So this is Taurus, and what I'm seeing for Taurus is this idea of moving forward, pulling from their strength. And I'm not just saying that, I will tell you if it's negative, but so far, Aries, Taurus, this is good stuff, okay? Play to your strengths, Taurus. That's what you're doing. Okay, Gemini. Okay, Gemini. Okay. Just looking. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for that. Oh, your daughter's birthday's tomorrow. It's cool, Faith. All right. So Gemini. Strength. First card up. Strength card. And I'm glad people are pulling from their strength. 10 of coins. Financially secure in the home, I'm hoping. That looks good. And that's good. The 10 of coins would tell me that you're secure, Gemini. However, the High Priestess reversed, the 9 of Wands reversed, the Hermit reversed, and the 3 of Swords. How do I read this? Well, Gemini, first of all, the most social sign. The sign most concerned with communication and the idea of staying connected. Connectivity belongs to Gemini. They rule communication. The one sign that you wouldn't want to see isolated or isolating. Two different things. The Hermit upright is isolated. The Hermit reversed is choosing to be isolated. Okay, so, and in this case, choosing to be isolated as a protective maneuver. 3 of Swords. 9 of Wands reversed. questioning your talents. Gemini, you're questioning yourself. The High Priestess reversed. This is now I got to tell you, the air signs are ruled by logic. So intuition is not necessarily their forte. And again, you got to look at the moon. You got to look at where other key planets are. I mean, obviously, a Gemini loaded in the 8th house is going to be more, or 12th house, a little different than other houses, you know. But in this case, Gemini, you're really weighing what you'll know versus what you maybe know, intuitively what you feel, and you're at war with that and how to move forward. And there's a sense of needing to just back away, the feeling that you need to back away to protect yourself and protect your assets. And I'm going to tell you, just looking at these cards, it feels like you know that there are certain people that if you let them in, would in fact chip away at the foundation of your security. You have security. You've worked hard for security, strength and security right there. Boom, boom. And it just feels to me, Gemini, like you, as much as it breaks your heart during this time, you don't invite an adder into the nest. You don't invite something toxic. Okay, so here you are hunkered down, secure, you have enough, and there comes a knock on the door. How many of you watched Sabrina? And there's this one scene, it was pretty key scene, where Lilith is on the run from Lucifer. She's betrayed him. She's on the run. And she comes to the coven and she said, "Will you let me stay here?" And Zelda says, "No. This is the first place that he's going to look. You know, why should we shelter you? Why should we endanger all of us?" And I want to say that's what and I don't watch much TV. So just when I talk American Horror Story, and there's not much to pull from, but I'm going to pull from that here and say that's what it feels like. It feels like you've got a Lilith at the door saying, "Can I stay with you?" And whether that person maybe has an addiction, or they're violent, or they've caused so much harm in the past that even though it's breaking your heart to say, "You know what, no, you can't stay here. No, you can't be here. I can't endanger my entire home, or the risk of losing what I've worked so hard for, or share the limited resources I have with someone who has in the past been abusive, been addicted, no, you can't." And that's what I'm seeing, Gemini, for you. I'm seeing you in a strong place, making difficult decisions around people that you really do love and care for. But and it's hard, because what I just said about, the idea of putting on my tombstone, gave them the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, that's what's going to kill me. Okay, Gemini, that's what I'm seeing here. Like, this is one time where, from a psychological standpoint, and I worked for Department of Health for years, the only indication that we have for human behavior is past human behavior. So if someone behaved a certain way, boom, 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 and then comes back and says, "Ooh, can I try again? Can we do it again?" You're like, I'm looking at your list here, your checkoff list, and it's, you've kind of shit on every opportunity I've given you. So, Gemini, in this one instance, and it's your heart and your logic at war with each other. But I'm going to say your intuition, your gut is telling you it's a bad idea. Listen to your gut. Okay? Listen to your gut. You don't invite an adder into the nest. All right. Cancer. Okay, Lisa, good for you. I mean, I'm not, I mean, seriously, good for you. I mean that it's hard. It's hard for a water sign. Man, that's tough shit for us. Anyway, okay, Cancer. Try to let that go a little bit. Okay, Cancer, Six of Cups reversed, Four of Wands. And again, I'm telling you the cards so you can remember and slow this down or just write them down, and you can pull your own cards out. Throw the cards. I'm throwing it. I didn't draw out the diagram for you, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the situation, immediate, future. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Triangle. Six of Cups situation. Four of Wands reversed, Two of Swords reversed, immediate. Page of Wands reversed, Three of Wands, Six of Coins. Future. Okay. Well, Cancer, this is all about a young person. And I'm going to say Page of Wands reversed, Three of Wands has to do with school and education. Six of Cups reversed can be stuck at home, reflect, a lot of you Cancers are stuck at home with kids and losing your minds a little bit. Six of Cups reversed, homesickness, stuck at home. Four of Wands reversed, Two of Swords reversed, rock in a hard place reversed, Two of Swords reversed, choosing rock or hard place. Four of Wands reversed. Maybe, listen, hey, Four of Wands reversed. Maybe you're home. Maybe you're in an industry where they're not having you work. I mean, I got a lot of hairdressers and people who are out of work, and they're out of work. They can't go back. And they rely on tips, and they're scared. Four of Wands reversed. Well, I will say this. It ends with the Six of Coins, which is bonus money that you weren't expecting, some sort of bonus that you weren't expecting. Now, ironically, the Six of Coins is one of those cards that can have two meanings, very different meanings. It also can mean an unexpected pregnancy, okay, a baby. That's why so often you see a mother holding a child, or there's a child in that card, which is a pure money card, and it's a good money card. Six of Coins, money coming in, bonus money, money you weren't expecting. That's great. But it also can be an unexpected blessing in the form of a baby. So while you're stuck at home, use birth control if you don't want that to happen in 9 months. It's a tough situation. You may be picking up on your own education. You may be dealing with the education of a young person. You may choose to use this time that you are stuck at home, Cancer, to either take some online classes, do something with your own education, or you're working with a kid who doesn't want to do this. I'm saying that Page of Wands reverse doesn't want to do what they have to do. Again, I can only speak to my own son. His online school started today. He had to log in by a certain time or be marked absent. 3 absence, the state gets involved. They're not playing around with this. They're still going to enforce online school. So you might have a kid who's refusing, or who's not adept at the computer, and you're having to be there and walk them through it. And I'm hearing, and one of the things I heard in the grocery store, people talking about, they were giving out Chromebooks that they had to return, but they were making sure every kid had the ability to access the online. But not every parent is good at that. I got people in my shop who don't know how to go online and check email. Tell me that. I'm like, do you get the newsletter? Well, I don't really do email. Well, I don't do anything on the computer. I don't do anything. I'm like, oh dear. Well, those parents, if those people are parents with kids, they're struggling now because all of this is being done online. So Cancer, stuck at home, the sense of what do I do? I mean, Four of Wands reversed, making some tough decisions, some aspect of either going back to school or needing to help a child again. And the Three of Wands is a good card. That's a study card. So study is an STUDY, study, not steady. Study. So the idea of helping a young person, or you yourself doing something online to further your own education while you have nothing else to do. Six of Coins, there's money coming out of this. There's money coming out of this. So you'll be back to work, or there'll be some kind of bonus check, or something coming for you. But that's what immediately comes to mind with Cancer. All right. Leo. Leo. Ace of Swords, top of the card. All right, Leo's a boss, man. May the males and the females. Leo's lead. Strong communication. Five of Cups reversed. Eight of Coins. The World. The Three of Coins reversed. The Fool. Okay. Leo's lead. Leo's takes action. Ace of Swords. The Aries card, but Leo's fire too. Leo's leading. Five of Cups, moving past disappointment, moving past things not working out. Five of Cups reversed. Five of Cups upright, crying over spilt milk, living in the grief, dealing with grief, regret, but nope, it's reversed. We're moving on. What are we moving on to? Eight of Coins. Let's work. Let's get things done. Let's do stuff. Stuck at home? What needs to be done here? What can we do? What can we fix? What can we work on? The World. Things are changing, and Leo wants to be part of the change. Three of Coins reversed, short-term financial losses. Yeah, they are there. Yep. But the Fool, moving on. Again, this is a short-lived thing. We will be back to work. I had said 2 weeks. Andrea thought 3. Well, here we are. This too shall pass. I'm watching Leo busy. Leo is not taking to their bed. Leo is like, well, if I'm home, then what can I do? Okay. The heck do I got zipping around there? I just saw a little thing zip. That was weird. Okay. Orbs. That was crazy. Did y'all see that too? Okay. Wild. What can I say? Leo's embracing the change. All right. Can't do anything about it. Well, let's just figure out what we got to do. Make these adjustments, and how can we stay busy? How can we all stay busy? I said I had my son out there doing yard work. Like, to heck with that. Get up here, start raking. Let's clear out. I'm gonna put a new garden over here. Let's clear this out, kid. So there you go. There's Leo being a boss. That's all I can say. Leo's handling it. Leo's stepping up. It's so funny. I was checking on my oldest, who's a Leo, my son, and making sure he was okay. And but they've been prepared for this. So he's like, yeah, we're good, we're fine. Here's what we're doing, and boom, 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 boom. There it is. Okay. I do love Leos. I'm not gonna lie. That's a sign that I love everybody, but there's some that I understand better than others. I struggle with the air signs very often because that cold logic, can be really tough for me. Aries aggression, Scorpio aggression, that can be tough for me sometimes. I'm not passive aggressive, but I always tend to err more on the point of let's give the benefit of the doubt. Let's give them a chance. Don't. First impressions can lie. It's not really how Scorpio and Aries operate. They assume that what you see is what you get. And there's a great meme. It's like, why don't you go ahead and determine how we are going to act? Okay, you want to be an asshole? Great. Well, we're going to be an asshole. And I'm like, I don't know if we have to do that. I'm not sure we have to be an asshole. Aaron, what sign are you? I'm seeing everything except that. What sign are you? Let me know. I'm watching the comments here. Okay, so, but yeah, a real centered Leo who is surrounded by positive energy, who's in their power. Man, there's no stopping a Leo. I just love a Leo. Okay, but you gotta tell them they're doing good. That's the thing with Leos. You do have to remind them. And when Derek was young, never had to yell at this kid because they really do want to be good. They want to be good. And I remember just all I had to say was, I'm disappointed. I expect more from you. When he was little, like, I just expect more from you. He's like, oh, Mom, no, I can do better. I'll do better. I'm like, I know you will. I know because you want to. It was so rare. It's rare, just rare. I was blessed with four really good kids. But yeah, yeah. Oh boy. Debbie, what sign are you? Sun sign Cancer. Rising Leo. Moon is Virgo. Ah. Mm-hmm. It's really, I feel you're really a Leo, actually, July 25th. Okay. Well, I don't do Vedic. I get Vedic. I got Kim is all about the Vedic. Love it. Doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. But I know it's true, and I okay, you're Aries, Aaron. Okay. All right, my favorite scary movie. You know this movie that really freaked me out was a child. The movie that freaked me out and scarred me was The Devil's Triangle. It was produced in the 70s. I was really young, and that movie, I don't want to. If you've never seen it, I'm just going to be boring you, but it's about a shipwreck in the Devil's Triangle, and the devil shows up, and it freaked me out. In the same way that my favorite scary movie for me, which was Ghost Ship, there's a theme here, okay? Ghost Ship, and it had that same ending that wasn't an ending. Aha, yeah, that always, that knocks me up inside. Okay, all right. Western does make more sense to me. You loved Ghost Ship. Yeah, Ghost Ship was okay. So if you want to watch a movie that's a thriller, not really gory, except for one scene, I just tell my kids, okay, this is the scene because my son, my little Roy is a cancer. He just can't stand gore. I'm like, okay, close your eyes. Don't watch the scene. Everything else is okay. It's all just thriller and yeah, metaphysical. So okay, moving forward, Leo. Moving forward to Virgo. Okay, Virgo. First card up, Hangman reversed. Nine of Swords. King of Swords reversed. And then moving forward, Knight of Wands, Seven of Coins, the Sun. All right. Hey, Isabella. Okay. Well, so in the immediate, what you're dealing with in the immediate, Hangman reversed is feeling you've been taken advantage of, feeling you're not appreciated, feeling like your efforts didn't have meaning. Virgo's probably, and that would make sense in this, because this is such a Virgo thing. Battening down the hatches, making detailed lists. Is everything in the cupboard organized properly? Are we all prepared? Does everyone know their role? Does everyone got their job? You know, team family. This is Virgo central. Oh my God, the bleach. I have Virgos literally like in rapture over the bleach and the Lysol, and everything has to be clean and talking about wiping things down. And I'm like, oh, now a Pisces. I'm like, yeah, I should probably spray some Lysol. Probably I should do that. I start wiping off my scanner there when we sign our name. I should probably do that. I should. I will. I will do that. But Virgo had already done that like 1,000 times and probably wrapped it in plastic so that they can unwrap it each time. That's Virgo. So I'm sure right now Virgo is people are like, okay, yeah, lay off. Okay, Virgo, got it. Yeah, I washed my hands. Washed them. See, washed. And Virgo's like, what are you getting mad at me for? I'm just trying to keep you healthy. I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to keep you safe. But sometimes Virgo enthusiasm and Virgo's desire to help read is nagging. And I'm going to say that a lot of Virgos are probably feeling like, you know what? Thanks a lot, guys. I'm trying to help. Okay. Nine of Swords, King of Swords reversed. That's not great. That's anxiety. And honestly, that's King of Swords reversed is a male bully, someone who's not being appreciative. You might have a father or a husband, older male in the family that's really not being very nice right now, and not appreciating what you're doing. And I'm going to say it could be a result, a boss perhaps too, not appreciating what you're trying to do, Virgo, because Virgo always, always, always wants to help. That's what they are. They are team players, team Virgo, man. But it's a temporary situation, and not everyone's reacting well to this. A lot of people are this is bringing out a nasty side to them because they're scared, they're giving into fear, and they're getting nasty about it. And I've had to tell a few people that have called me, and I'm like, listen, just take a couple deep breaths. Some of this is going to pass, but you know what they say, and this was the latest study they did. You should not get married to anybody until you've watched them go through a crisis, death, loss of a job, major illness. You see someone's true self in a crisis. You reveal who you really are in a crisis. Okay? So somebody, Virgo, is revealing who they really are. And right now it's really not breaking your heart, but man, it's causing you major anxiety. I had someone call me at the shop earlier today, and a relationship has turned very abusive, and I'm like, listen to me, we're going into a shelter at home situation. You may need to get out of that house. There's no reading, there's no magic. You may need to get out of there. And only you can determine this because you've been with this person long enough. But you may or may not want to be in a lockdown situation. And we're not going to be locked down in Connecticut, but you don't want to have to rely on somebody who's already not being very nice. I'm not seeing that for you, Virgo. Why? Moving forward. Knight of Wands, Seven of Coins, the Sun. What I say, the Sun and the Star, best cards. Ultimate outcome, the Sun. Knight of Wands, Seven of Coins. I think you're going to spend some of this time. Knight of Wands, first of all, moving forward. You're looking always at the advancement, the moving forward. Okay, this is a disappointment, but what am I doing career-wise, money-wise? Advancement, and how do I make more money? And why do I think you're going to win, Virgo? Because I'm looking at the Sun. When this is over with, when this period of enforced isolation or this time of reflection that maybe you're so busy, Virgo, because Virgos are always busy. I'm going to say that you're going to use this time to really think about your career, money, security, future, and all for the betterment, right? And see divorce, I don't see endings, I don't see like that, but you are going to be in a position of power where someone can't do this to you, can't put you down, can't be mean to you. And that's important. Making sure that you are financially able to never have to deal with that. All right, so that's Virgo. I'm just chatting away too. Yeah, you're right, Crystal. Okay. Okay. Bringing up all kinds of interesting things. Okay. So we have Libra. Okay, Libra, Six of Swords reversed, Nine of Coins, Five of Wands, Knight of Coins, I'm sorry, Page of Coins, Knight of Cups, and the Death card. And in this case, I'm going to say, well, I always say death can mean death. There's nothing around this card that makes me think this is physical death. This is metaphysical. This is metamorphic, death, change, death. Just to put that at ease. First card, Six of Swords reversed. Six of Swords reversed is cancellation of travel plans, cancellation of moves. It's there you are. You are in place. Nine of Coins, Five of Wands. Well, Nine of Coins is money, and Nine of Coins is. I have a Nine of Coins spell kit. I mean, Nine of Coins is reaping the benefits of hard work, It's the best, one of the best money cards for money wishes coming true. And the Five of Wands would indicate there's something going on with work. Five of Wands, or it's an argument. It's the same argument over and over and over again. It could be, Libra, that you make good money what you do, but you're not really sure you want to do it anymore. Again, on hiatus, stuck in place. What are you doing? Page of Coins, and money's coming in. Knight of Cups. Just going back and forth about what I do, how I make money. Now, it also could be, just on a separate note, looking at the Knight of Cups, it could be talking to a young person about what they're going to do for money. It's going back and forth. Where are they going to school? What are they going to do for career? It could be some of that too. It could be a young person saying, I want to do this, but now I want to do that. And it looks like it's really part of this whole crisis situation. A lot of people are relooking at what they do for a career. A lot of people are looking at, wow, okay. Something about, again, there's something to be said for slowing down and enforced time off that just lets you kind of think about it. We talk about kids being punished. Go sit and think about what you've done. But in this case, it's like, go and think about what you want to do. Yeah? That's a cool twist, right? And I think a lot of people are going to be doing that. Like, I thought I wanted to do this. I was in school to do this. But all of a sudden, man, I think I might want to do that. And that's all good stuff. With an eye to making money. And I see it in my readings too. They start off in school with one, journalism or communications, but by their third year, they're fine tuning that. Or maybe changing it altogether. Like, I want to make money when I'm done with school. I want to have a job when I get out of school. And this is where I'm taking that. So that's what I'm seeing here for you, Libra. Either you're going back and forth about, again, what do I do? How do I make money? I'm definitely seeing you loving what you do, though. And I'm really happy to see that Knight of Cups, because it really does speak to doing what you love to do. And what we always tell people, we tell our kids, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. When you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work. Okay, so I'm seeing a change, career change, positive, no financial loss. There is some arguing back and forth, but it's not violent arguing. It's more of debating, more of a debate. But it's the same debate. You're having it over and over and over. Lucky you. Stuck, either it's in your head or it's with a young person that you're going back and forth with that. But you know what? No one does that better than Libra. Libra the scales, Libra that wants balance. Libras make great lawyers. Libras, there you go. Oh, sweet mother of God. I should drink before I read Scorpio's cards. If I was ever, and I don't drink. Remind myself of that. Every time I look at Scorpio's cards, I have to remind myself that I do not drink. Okay, Scorpio. Yep, you're right, Crystal. Yeah. Hey, audit everywhere. Okay. Hey, everybody. Okay. Scorpio, I'm going to tell you the cards. You can lay them out for yourself. Maybe you see these differently. Starts off Queen of Cups reversed. Four of Coins, Knight of Coins. Then it goes to King of Coins, the Devil, Four of Cups reversed. All right. The Queen of Cups reversed is, again, all the queens are sisters, but she's the opposite. If the High Priestess and the Empress are sisters, the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups are sisters in the same way. The Queen of Pentacles being very concerned with the material and money and security, and the Queen of Cups being concerned with motherhood, emotions, friendship, but she's reversed. And when the Queen of Cups is reversed, it often speaks to a female who is feeling depressed, anxious, possibly it can be a female who's struggling with addiction. It can be a female who's struggling with mental health issues. Again, depression, anxiety, or more. But the Queen of Cups reversed. So let's just say anxiety, given what's going on right now. Let's hope it's no more than anxiety. What is the Queen of Cups reversed concerned about, anxious about? Well, the Four of Coins, which is, how do I make money? How will I make money? How here she is. She's all about the emotions, but she's like, oh dear God, financially, what do I do? And the thing is, the Knight of Coins is bringing in money. It's not the Page of Coins, it's the Knight of Coins. The Page of Coins would bring in news of money, but the Knight of Coins is actually bringing in money. So even while she's concerned, how do I make more money? How do I get more money in? Well, but it's there. So whether it's overtime or it's unemployment or it's something, but the money's coming in, Scorpio. The money's coming in. It's just very anxiety driven. So what else do I see? I see the King of Coins, which looks like you're attached to someone, male, whether it's a father. Kings are fathers, bosses, husbands. Okay, they can be older brothers, uncles, but a father figure or an authority figure. And the money's there. Sometimes the King of Coins could reflect business. If so, it's a business that remains solvent through the crisis. This isn't a business that might be folding up. So you're attached to something, and again, the money's there. Why? Because the business is solvent. Even if you're out of work for a temporary purpose, even if your hours are cut back, even if it's okay, you're going to make it back. All right? But there's another concern, and that's the Devil and the Four of Cups reversed. So what did we talk about with Gemini? We talked about you don't invite an adder into the nest. Here we have the Devil, which is toxic behavior. And we have the Four of Cups reversed. Now, the Four of Cups upright is, what do I do? Emotionally, what do I do? Four of Cups. How do I handle this? What do I do? But it's reversed. So it's saying, I know what I need to do around a toxic situation. Okay. And Scorpio, let me tell you, that sounds like Scorpio's weak. Scorpio is not weak, not the males or the females. But and again, if you're the Scorpio male, maybe if you're a Scorpio male, you might be this King of Coins I'm looking at, dealing with a female who's falling apart, dealing with a female who's given into some of her fears around, oh my God, how will we survive? What will we do? You're not getting a paycheck. I'm not getting a paycheck. Okay? But the bigger issue is this Devil card next to the what do I do? Now, just in case the Scorpio in question, I said it can be a female who's got addictions. It can be a female alcoholic. There's that, again, this is a bad time for people who are dealing with, that's why I said, don't watch this while I'm talking about the Chinese thing and the possibility of war. This isn't a great time for people who are struggling with anxiety, people who are struggling with PTSD, people who are dealing with addictions, who are dealing with people who are abusive, because this is bringing out that is being brought front and center. Along with the isolationism, it can be bad for some people. And I'm watching Scorpio dealing with this idea of toxic behavior, and yet knowing what they need to do. Knowing what they need to do. There's no questioning what they need to do. All right. So two issues. One is the concern about money. Again, money coming in. But it's okay. Scorpio's allowed to worry. We're all allowed to worry. We're all allowed to be like, oh my God, how am I going to make it through this? Okay. And then this idea of, how do I handle this toxicity? How do I handle this Devil card? But you know what you got to do. Okay. Scorpio. Sagittarius. Hang on, I'm looking. I turned my back for a second. I agree, Michael. I talked about that earlier in the video. Well, I think, Michael, one thing I'll say about turning inward, I've had people, and people that I'm surprised saying it, that they're not watching the news, that they're not in, they've off social media, and that's okay for a temporary. Except right now, there's a lot of announcements coming in. Like our own governor's made a big announcement earlier today. You might not want to miss that. When they're announcing food stations, you might want to be plugged into that. I think sometimes some people can live too much in their head. And I deal with people like that. That's why I say put a hematite ring on. If, oh God, if there's one thing you can do for anxiety and people who are just, put a hematite ring on. Ground yourself, absorbs negativity, $3, hematite ring. It absorbs like a sponge and breaks when it can't take anymore. Someone earlier was talking about their ring breaking, and that makes me think. People, again, who are new to all this, they always come in, and I call them shiny, because they come in and they're just like, I just love all of this. I am so new to this, and I'm not making fun of you, but that's what they do. They're, oh, I just love everything. And I'm like, okay. And, then they start talking and they're reading books and they're taking in, they're watching videos, and that's all great, but it's a lot of information, and they're casting a really wide net. And it can, after a while, and very often people then take a break. They have a year or more of it, reading, they're studying, they're doing, oh my God, I love this. And then it's almost like when a boa constrictor eats, hump, it has to go and digest. So I'll have people say, I was into this a couple of years ago, had all these books, I was reading, I just needed a break. Yeah, because you had to digest, you had to process. So that's common to have to step away from it for a while. But this idea of, everything's a sign, I've been watching this, and no, not everything is not a sign. Everything is not a sign. Where's my hair? Okay. A white feather on your car seat with the windows rolled up, that's a sign. A white feather in a McDonald's parking lot with seagulls looking for fries, maybe not so much. Every penny, every dime, not a sign. Not every one. Now, a penny you find that picked up and has the date of someone who passed could be a sign, okay? But you got to be a little judicious. You have to kind of have some of that air sign logic, earth sign grounding into this. So a hematite ring is a great choice around that. And I think we need to not live in our heads too much, because it'll make you crazy. Michael, I really do. I think that too much of that is a bad idea. Watch something interesting, go for a walk, hug a tree. It works. Pick a tree, ask permission. It'll let you know something will, the leaves will flutter. You'll know the tree is receptive, and it's happy. They want to pull that from us, and they do. You're not hurting the tree. They ground it into the soil. It's fine. Just ask first, and if you can, leave a little gift after, a little libation, something. Okay. Yeah, so that's the thing. Get outside, get some fresh air. Don't stay in. You can take walks. Clear your mind. Read something. Watch something funny. That's why I share these funny memes. Not because I'm the village idiot, but because let's laugh at something. Let's just please lighten it up a little bit. All right. Sagittarius. Speaking of lightening it up, Sag is usually good at that. Okay, Sag, Ace of Cups reversed, first card. Page of Swords reversed, King of Wands, King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Wands reversed. Okay. Sag, the Ace of Cups reversed is usually relationship breakup or not feeling in love with something or someone, a state of being not in love. Now, there's two cards here. This could go either way. The Page of Swords reversed, which is a lack of communication, and the King of Wands sitting right there. The way I read this would be either feeling detached from someone that you care for, that they're not communicating, that they're holding back. Again, Page of Swords reversed, okay? Communication not happening. and you in turn are throwing yourself into work, into career, into staying busy. Well, wands are also creativity, so you might be into the arts. If you're stuck at home, there's no communication, you're isolating, then you're going artistic. Okay? Then you are writing, you're creating artwork, you're doing something creative. King of Wands. You're finding other ways to stay busy. Again, fire. Sag. You can't sit still. So if you can't zig, you're gonna zag. Okay? But either way, you're gonna move forward. Okay? King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Wands reversed. I love the King of Cups because that's a spiritual male. That's usually a kind. It's usually when this card comes up in the fatherly role, it's a father who was a really good father, who was empathic, who was kind, who was sympathetic, good guy. It also can be a sober person, someone who's balanced and healthy while being emotional. And the Wheel of Fortune as you're moving forward. It could be then, if it's a relationship issue, that person just can't talk to you right now. Distract yourself till they can. Okay? I'm not seeing anybody being evil or bad here. You may just be that you're separated from someone that can't be with you and can't communicate with you. It can be that you have to redirect yourself. And the last card, the Eight of Wands reversed, speaks to focus on career, focus on creativity. It's a refocus. The Eight of Wands reversed is actually, it's one of those cards where it's Eight of Wands is focus on career, and Eight of Wands reversed is enforced focus on career. So what the cards are saying is, you can't be with the one you love. You're not with the one you love. You can't talk to the one you love. Okay, refocus, create something, produce. Okay, it's a redirection of energy for Sag. Move forward. The Wheel of Fortune, move forward. It's a lucky time for you. Again, I don't see broken heart. I don't see breakup. Now, could be just going through a breakup. Could have just gone through one. Yeah, you could have. If you are, then there's something else on the horizon for you. But otherwise, you're being urged to create, channel it through art, music. Okay, that's Sag. Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Okay, Nine of Cups, first card. And I always say the Nine of Cups, that's wishes coming true. If the Nine of Pentacles is financial, wishes coming true, the Nine of Cups is love and create and good things coming true. Nine of Cups is a very positive card. The Knight of Swords reversed. Again, it's a sense of stuck in place, things not moving forward, action not happening. And it's right in front of you, different than Sag, is the Lovers. So I love that in terms of being surrounded by either things you love, someone you love, loving your life, even while you're stuck in place, there's that. Okay? And that's good stuff. But one concern here, Temperance reversed, things out of balance. Ten of Swords and the Ace of Coins reversed. That speaks to financial losses. That speaks to financial concerns. So what I do want to say for Capricorn, given that there's two very different aspects, what's going on right now in front of you and what's happening, in the couple of weeks ahead, it's almost like Capricorn is not oh, poor Capricorn, man. And this would be the shitty thing. Capricorn that's always concerned with social climb or career, always concerned with the climb, always concerned with what's happening next, always looking at their career, always looking at doing the right thing and the climb and the do and the more. So Capricorn says, you know what? I'm gonna sit here with someone I love and just have a damn good time. I'm gonna eat and gain a few pounds and have fun. We'll R&R for Capricorn. Capricorn's gonna take off the hat and turn off the light and say, heck yeah, I'm gonna be like everybody else and live for the moment. That's me, Capricorn. I'm gonna go out of character here. Okay, you shouldn't do that, Capricorn. I don't know if you're putting someone else in charge of things while you're doing your R&R. That's the wrong attitude, Cap. You got to be a Cap. Don't do this. Don't tell yourself it's going to be okay. You need to keep hold of the wheel here during the crisis. Don't bugger off here. Don't lose your focus. I'm sorry. I'd love to see you relax. The idea of a Capricorn sipping on a pina colada on a beach in a bikini or a bathing suit, taking in some sun while some wonderful island music plays. I love the idea of a Capricorn having that, but not right now. Okay. This is not the time, Capricorn. It's almost like you're in a new relationship or there's something very novel happening and you're like, screw it. It'll be okay things will be okay. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Okay, a lot of things could go wrong. Capricorn, do not lose sight. Don't get off focus here. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. You need to continue persevering. Keep walking up that mountain. Okay, with a pina colada, that's fine, but make sure you keep walking up that mountain. This is not the time to say, I'm gonna, be like everybody else. That's always been disastrous for me on Pisces. Whenever I try to be like everybody else, that never ends well for me. I'm like I always say, though, some of us, 1,000 people could do something, but for some of us, if we do it one time, we get caught. We don't get to let our guard down. We don't get to just say, everyone else is doing it, I'll do it too. Nope, not you. Our guides won't allow it. And in this case, Capricorn, you need to be responsible. The temptation to put down your responsibility, not so much. Okay, so that's Capricorn. Am I taking questions, Holly? I'm not throwing cards. I'm not doing readings like that, but what is your question? Because this isn't personal readings, it's tarot scopes. But is it a question regarding what's going on? I'm happily answer questions like that. But moving forward into Aquarius, we start with the 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 7 of Swords reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, 3 of Cups reversed, Queen of Wands. Okay. Well, Aquarius, I almost want to think that maybe you might have removed yourself from a situation. 8 of Cups, 7 of Swords reversed, Queen of Swords reversed. Queen of Swords reversed is never a good card. The Queen of Swords reversed is a bitter, manipulative, vindictive female. No getting around that. And maybe if you're home with one of those, you're saying, I'm sheltering in place elsewhere. I'm not doing this with you. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Holly. That's yes, I did do Virgo. I did. And so just watch it again. It'll be up and I'm sorry. Yep. We're on Aquarius and almost done. Okay. So I'm just going to say that Aquarius right now is looking at where can I do this and not lose my mind. Okay. Whether it's your mother, someone who's really tough to deal with, you're looking at not being home with that person. And again, removing yourself, 7 of Swords reversed, from toxicity, from gossip, from belittling behavior. The 7 of Swords is that card of gossip. And, when I see it in the workplace, it usually you work in a toxic workplace, but it's reversed. You're removing yourself from toxicity. Aquarius, you're not doing it. 3 of Cups reversed. Man, you are done with somebody. 3 of Cups is absolutely being done. And the Queen of Wands, and I even though Wands are fire and swords are air, in this case, Aquarius, Queen of Wands, someone who is friendly. I always think that's a great card for Aquarius. Aquarius is usually very friendly because it rules the house of friendships, work by committee, humanitarian efforts, the group think, you know? And ironically, though Aquarius is also, because Aquarius is full of contradictions, the water bearer who's an air sign, only Pisces gets to be weirder than Aquarius. But in this case, yeah, Aquarius is also the revolutionary, the mad genius, and the sign that wants everyone doing the right thing, but yet they have to maintain their autonomy. Yeah, they love the group think as long as they are not being told what they have to do, but they want everyone else to do the right thing, and they'll do the right thing too in their way. The shadow of Aquarius is hypocrisy, and that's a fine dance they do. Do as I say, not as I do. That's a fine dance, and it's hard to be a balanced Aquarius sometimes. I always say there's more Aquarians in the mental hospitals. When they break down. They break like a Maserati breaks and winds up in the garage for months on end. That's what the beautiful mind people do. They don't break easily, and they're hard to put back together again. But I digress. In this case, Aquarius is taking care of themselves in an emotional way, which again, they're an air sign. They're a logical sign. But what they're saying is, you know what? I'm not doing this with you. I'm not sheltering in place with you. I'm not dealing with this. I'm going to maintain my mental health. I'm going to maintain being the best person I can be. Queen of Wands, friendly, happy at work, likes to work without being overly, workaholic. The Queen of Wands reverse is the female workaholic. But about that, about just enjoying what you do, enjoying your life, and taking care of yourself. And staying, again, wands are creativity, staying busy. This is the card of somebody that was like, I want to read, I want to work on my art, my music. I'm not gonna have somebody sitting there bitching in my ear, what are you doing in there? Knock, 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 knock. What are you doing in there? I want something to eat. Come help me. Right now, I'm sending China into PTSD. Even as I do that, I'm sorry, China, my dear friend who lived with that for so very long. But that's what I'm seeing. That's what this is like. Someone saying, I just want to be my best self. I can't do it with you, and I'm removing myself, and that's what it is. I'm taking myself out of negativity and putting myself someplace positive. Aquarius, not prone to guilt. They're not Pisces. They're not Cancers. They don't do the guilt thing. It's like, this is the right thing to do for me, so it's the right thing to do. They don't deal with that whole idea of how selfish am I to want something for myself. And I applaud you, Aquarius. I applaud you for doing that. I applaud you for wanting to be in a place where you have peace of mind and don't have to answer to someone for how long you want to watch a TV show or read a book or work on art. This is your time to do what you need to do. Take care of yourself, Aquarius. You're golden. All right? Pisces. Okay, Pisces, the first card up is Justice reversed, followed by Four of Swords and the Emperor. The Magician, the Seven of Wands, and the Two of Wands reversed. Okay, how do I read that? Well, Justice reversed, unfair situation. Pisces, that deals with the collective consciousness. We are the 12th house of the zodiac, where karma is, where bad things are revealed, where secrets are kept, where hidden enemies live, serious illnesses. Karma. 12th house is the house of karma. It all comes back to roost in the house of Pisces, where the ocean is deep, and it's unfair. And this whole thing is fucking unfair. I'm a Pisces. Man, it's like, this is so unfair. All of it. I was just talking to a fellow Pisces earlier today, a friend who has a school, 13 years of a school. I'm 13 years in business, worked my ass off to establish, and you're going to derail me like this? And we were just, this is so unfair. And she's got a class starting up, and it's been good, after all these years and long hours. And yet, okay, so it's unfair. Life's not fair. I see the Four of Swords. I see the Emperor. First of all, the business is going to be fine, what I assured her of. And the Four of Swords is a card of respite and rest. So, yep, it's not fair, but it's literally like enforced rest, and the business is going to be fine. Why is the business going to be fine? Why do I feel confident? Because I'm looking at the Magician. You're good at what you do. You're good at what you do. I also see the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is artistic endeavors, education, taking this time to hone your craft. The magician, the magus, the master. Now, this also could be getting a master's degree. Just be clear, this could be advanced education as well. But it also can be mastering your skills, honing your craft. The Two of Wands reversed. Well, ironically, a little bit like Aries reading, where it was the Two of Cups reversed. The Two of Wands reversed is usually business partnership. Again, there's nothing here to indicate there's no breakup, there's no heartache, so I'm going to say, again, two people creatively seeing things differently. It's okay. You can see things differently. I would think it's time to reevaluate relationships. If you're in a relationship romantically, it also, the Two of Wands reverse, could make me think you're looking at two different ways of doing something, because it's creative and it's twos. It can be a fork in the road. How do I want to proceed creatively? And really looking at it. New directions for a business. I'm looking at the Magician. I'm looking at the Emperor. Maybe you're looking at, hey, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity while things are slowing down. Maybe I want to do something different. Maybe I want to take this in a different direction. You know, I did that when I moved the shop. When I moved from Monroe to Derby, I changed the name of the store because I turned to an LLC. So I went from Talisman and Cauldron, LLC. But I also took New Ageism out of the picture and brought in mysticism. So it's a mystical shop, not a New Age shop. And I changed the direction of the store. More magic, less New Age. I've distanced myself from that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm seeing here. More of a creative difference doesn't mean anything bad. It actually is a chance to grow and refine things. This is nothing awful. Okay? If it's a relationship you're in, however, the Two of Wands reverse would indicate you might be reevaluating the relationship. It could be. It could be a reevaluation. Two people that don't want to do things the same way creatively. Maybe you're seeing evidence of the fact that you really are very different people. That's okay. Again, I'm seeing the Four of Swords. I'm seeing other cards that support you. So even though, and Pisces, no, we weep for the world anyway, world's not fair. And it's not just that. I'm looking at people, and the people who don't have money, people who don't have the money to buy extra food. I mean, that's the stuff that for me, No, we're not going to hawk our online store. We're not going to hawk online readings right now. Yeah, they're available. Yes, I do online readings. Go on my website, check out my newsletter. I talk about it because I want people spending their money on their kids and their own self, their own home. And if you have extra and you want to come get sage or get a reading, that's great. We're here for that. But I always, and I have readers that have done that. I have readers, I can tell you that someone has come in and said, this is my grocery money. Barbara DeLong, okay, talked about this. This is my grocery money, but I need you to tell me what's happening because I'm in a really bad situation. And she said, well, the first thing I'm going to tell you is put that money back in your wallet. I'm going to read you for free. And my advice to you is never use the grocery money to pay for a reading. Okay? Please don't do that. Don't buy lottery tickets. Don't get a reading. And not that the readings aren't good. We do good work here. But it's not going to fill your stomach. It's not going to put groceries on the shelf so your kids have food. But you're not going to get that from a reading. Reading is something to tell you what you should do when you grow up. So don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm asking you not to do that. You can burn a birthday candle. You don't need a special candle. You can charge a birthday cake candle. You don't need anything. You are magic all by yourself, autonomously. You are a magical being. You're a vessel. You're a soul. You're a creature of the divine. You know, this is you're magical. You don't need a wand of your finger. You don't need, please understand that. Right? Um, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this, guys. Cream rises. We're watching some amazing things with humanity in general. It's bringing out the very best in most people. And just like racism, when people are openly racist, I appreciate that. I'm glad you're letting me know how you feel or how you believe. I don't have to guess. I don't have to wonder. And I know that I'll be keeping myself separate from you. I won't be doing business at your shop. I won't be working with you or lending energy to that. I know I can remove myself. People who are secretly that way make me nervous. People who pay lip service to things and they're not genuine. If you're really an asshole, please be an asshole. Be a full out asshole with all your splendor. Wear a scarlet A so I know, and there'll be no mysteries here. Okay? So be calm. 10 o'clock tomorrow night. You want to light a white candle? Think about our world. Think about our beautiful world for a moment. Let's just truly think about our planet, our beautiful blue planet, when you light your candle. And look at our planet from a distance. And I'm going to end with this. And I'm very aware my face is itching, and I'm like, God, just touch your face. I'm just, okay. See our planet from a distance, as if you were sitting on the moon or looking out from a space at our beautiful planet, which even as I speak is breathing. Our lack of motion is letting the planet breathe. And we're seeing pictures of animals going into deserted cities, where people are sheltering in place. We're seeing the dolphins in Venice. We're seeing, skies that are clearing. I want you to see that when you're lighting your candle tomorrow night. See our beautiful, this is our home. We are indigenous to Earth, okay? We are earthlings. In this incarnation, this is our home, all right? And it's not our spiritual home, but it's our physical home. And it is designed so perfectly to support life. It is so perfectly designed. We inhale oxygen that our plants and trees create, and we exhale the carbon dioxide that let the plants and trees survive and thrive. And that's how it's so beautifully done. And I want you just to picture in your mind that continuing healing, that this is a reset, and that healing, that breathing, that clearing, that cleansing, just see it spread all around that globe as you view at a distance. Keep that in mind. Light your candle and pray for that. Ask for that. Visualize that. Manifest that. It's already happening. It's already there. That's the magic. That's the difference. It's already happened. The earth is cleaner. The earth is getting healthier. Lend your energy to that. Be aware. Don't close your eyes. Don't bury your head in the sand. Know when it's time to step back. I've taken all I can take in right now. I'll look at this later. That's fine. Pretending like it's not going to happen. This is happening. We are sheltering in place. That's happening. Moving forward, though, let's just visualize the result of that sheltering in place having the best possible outcome. That we ourselves develop, become more creative. We have less time with our family, our pets, be outside working in the yard. We're listening to music. Maybe we're creating music. We're doing artwork. This is good stuff. All right. We're learning new things on the computer as our kids are, whole different education system going on right now. Right. And it can be positive and good. Let's make it so. So mote it be. Right. Everyone, have a good night. I'm here for you. Whatever I can do to help, let me know. And just very quickly. Nicoletta, good. Okay, guys, everyone behave, and I will be talking to you soon. Okay. Bye bye.